Well, hello there, folks. This is John Montez with the Monty TX YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. I have a guest here today, and I'm going to perform a demonstration for her, a little prediction demonstration. So, Angelica, you ready? All right, let me get the cards out of the box here, and we'll get started. All right, yeah, we got all the cards here. I'll tell you what, get my mix here. Yep. Yeah, what, you watching TikTok or? Let me give the cards another cut here, Angelica. So you see I'm cutting the cards here, right? See? Alright, Angelica, we're going to do a little thought experiment, okay? Now look, I'm going to hand you this deck of cards, and I'm going to give you some very specific instructions, okay? Now you got to follow the instructions to the letter, and if you do, I think we're going to be able to create a very magical and astonishing moment right here, live, right here today. So, so what I'd like you to do, Angelica, is I'm going to turn away, but I'd like you to just take a packet of cards off the top of the deck. And now take less than half, but take more than 5. You know, you're going to need to leave some because we're going to need them in order to do this, but you know, take less than half, maybe a third. But what I want you to do is whatever cards you take off, hide them in that card box and let me know when you're done. Okay, so she's going to cut off some cards there, put them in the card box, and yeah. All right, you done? Okay, so you've cut off some cards that you don't know how many you cut off. We'll come back to that a little bit later. I don't know how many you took, but okay. Now what I'd like you to do, Angelica, if you could deal cards one at a time, and it's probably a little easier if you use 2 hands, but one at a time into a pile. Deal 10 cards into a pile here. We'll say this is pile 1 to your left. So yeah, just from the top to the mat. Yeah, make sure you're exactly 10. So. Yeah, just let me know whenever you're finished there. Yep, you done? Okay, and then do the same thing. We'll put a second pile here in the middle. 10 card, only 10 cards, okay? Yep. And if you do all this right, this will work. But if you don't count right, you know, it's just like a math problem where you don't do the counting right. Okay, and then if you could, do it one more time, 10 cards. Yeah, just 10 cards right here. Yeah. Yeah, no, this part here is kind of, you know, some people, look, she's yawning a little bit. 10 cards. Did you lose track? Yeah, recount them if you want. I mean, just you got to be very precise here. It's almost like science. Yeah, I mean, you know, the magic, yeah, okay. All right, so you got 10 cards, you sure? All right, now I'm gonna if it works, we'll know you did it right. Okay. All right, so okay, so you've got some cards left over, which is good. Now the cards that you have left over here, just kind of mix those up a little bit until you feel that they're shuffled and mixed up. Yeah, these are ones here. Yeah, just kind of mix those up there. All right, folks. So yeah, okay. And what I'd like you to do, Angelica, is yeah, maybe hold this in your hand, this, and then take this packet here and put it on top of that one. Yeah, it's got to go on top of that one. Then yeah, put this one on top of that one, and then yeah, put this one on top of that one there. All right, very good. Now I'm going to turn away, Angelica, and for the first time, you're going to find out how many cards you took off from the deck a little bit earlier. So reach in that card box, and after I turn away, just count those, but don't say the number out loud. Only you'll know how many cards are in there, and let me know when you've counted them and you know how many you took. Because we're going to use, that's going to be your secret number, and we're going to use that secret number to deal into the deck to find your secret card. All right, you got the number? Okay, all right. Now what I'd like you to do is, I want you to deal these cards one at a time. Yeah, we can put these over here. Deal whatever that number is that you're thinking of in your head, deal that many cards one at a time. Just deal them one at a time into a pile right here. But don't turn over the last card, okay? Yeah, so yeah, just one at a time right there. Yeah. Okay, she's dealing the cards there. Dealing to her secret number. Only she knows what that secret number is. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. Only she knows. All right, so you're done there? All right, so right here, this top card right here, I predicted what that card is going to be, Angelica. Let me remove all these other cards, get them out of the way. And we're only going to leave this stack of cards here. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I have this envelope here, Angelica, and see it has a question mark on it. I made a prediction before we ever got started. I predicted that this card right here was going to be will be a certain value. See, I put a little card in here with a question mark. Can you take that card out of there, Angelica, and put it out here with face down on the mat? All right, so folks, this is the prediction card I made. So after all this, dealing cards, mixing cards, shuffling cards, recombining the pack, counting how many she took off the deck earlier, and now counting down into the stack equal to the amount of cards that she took off in the very beginning. It's going to be pretty incredible if these cards match, won't it, Angelica? All right, so the prediction is 6 of diamonds. All right, so Angelica, for the first time, can you turn over that top card there and let's just see. Well, looky here, folks, we have a match. The prediction and the 6 of diamonds, they match here. So was that pretty amazing? Man, I tell you, I'm amazed too. You did a great job, Angelica. Can I get a high five? Yeah. I give it up for Angelica, man. She did. That proves that you know how to count too. So, and you know how to follow instructions. So, all right, folks. Hope you like that. Have a great day. Bye.